Hi everyone. All right, we're talking about the narrative here. So we have two ways in which we can create positive personal content: the narrative and the how-to. The narrative is pretty straightforward. It is an 800-word essay, 800 words or less. 5 to 800 words is really your sweet spot. And it's around one lesson, one driving point that you want to let the reader know. So I want you to open up your resource here in your resource section underneath your lessons document, please. The first question here is, what's your theme? Your theme should really be attached to your why as a storyteller, why you want to be published. So for me, I decided to become a writer when I was young because I wanted to change the way society viewed women, and women viewed women, and girls treated girls. I was bullied as a kid, and I had low self-esteem as a kid. And I really felt like if I could become a part of society that put a spotlight on women that other women could be proud of versus feel inferior to or jealous of, females would be better to one another. So one of my big themes is harmony. So I do a lot about self-esteem and empowerment and what I've learned in personal development courses. And so that is one of my themes, empowerment. Another theme I have is harmony because I'm a recovered burnout. I launched a nonprofit after freelancing as a writer for a long time and getting involved in a marketing agency. I really felt like I could do something for girls in the world, so I created a nonprofit called Severson Sisters. So I burnt out as a result of it, and I had to take some time off to recover. And now I sit on the board of Severson Sisters and run this Storyteller Junction program. So I write a lot about how I found harmony, how I live balance in my life now. So harmony is another theme of mine. So in this document, you have the opportunity to really come up with two different themes you feel you're called to write about. Overarching themes. Come up with two of them. All right, underneath each theme, you're given an opportunity to dream up 4 different lessons. So for my business owners in the program, let's say you feel your theme is female entrepreneurship. You've learned a lot. You're a female business owner. That's okay. That's a good lesson. That's a good theme. That gives you a ton of material to work from. So let's say for your lessons, as a business owner, you've learned how to trust yourself. You've learned how to advocate for your own voice. Let's say you've learned how to be seen in a crowded room, and you've learned how to still hold, a personal life. Those are great lessons. And again, you'll notice that I'm using the term how-to. The narrative is a free-flowing essay, 800 words, like I said. The how-to is a little bit more lesson poignant in terms of do this to gain this. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you want to write a narrative about how you balance being an entrepreneur and having a personal life. That would be a good setup for a narrative piece. You're going to start in action, bringing the audience immediately into your lesson and your life. So if I were you, I would probably start that particular piece in a really crazy work day just before 5 o'clock. And what you're doing, your office looks like, the number of things still on your to-do list, and really kind of hone in on that urgency of wanting to get out the door to have a personal life. What does that look like? What does that feel like? And then, going back to that research piece we had in the previous video, I would add in some studies on statistics on entrepreneurship and motherhood, or statistics on entrepreneurship and marriage, or statistics on entrepreneurship and singlehood. And I play around with it to see how to make the most poignant piece possible as a narrative. So underneath your two themes, choose one that, you don't have to pick one right now. Like I said before, my goal is that you walk out of here with 4 solid pieces. So if you feel like you want to do 2 stories underneath one theme and 2 stories underneath another theme, that's totally fine. In fact, I'd probably encourage that. The point is, your themes should come back to your why. All right, the narrative, easy breezy. Move on over to the how-to piece next. See ya.